What is up guys, Dokai here, and thanks for stopping by to my channel. In this video, I'm going to share with you my exact step into becoming a programmer. And I'm going to share with you the very reason why that I want to become a programmer in the first place, tech stack, learning path, and the amount of time that I give myself to at least get a good grip of the thing that I'm going to learn. Now let's get to the why in the first place. So I've always wanted to have a superpower, right? So I do believe, I strongly believe that being able to build stuff that can be used and be helpful to a lot of people that you may never meet in a lifetime is quite a superpower. But I've had a lot of stuff that I wanted to build myself, even though I have worked with many developers, many good and bad developers, I must say, dealing with newbies, people who completely have no idea of what they're talking about or what they're doing. Now let's get into the stack. So I'm a simple guy. I like to keep things really simple. So on the front end, I'm learning HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. I know these are, to me, that's all I need to know now, or all that I need to focus on now. Right now, I don't really care about any JavaScript or framework or libraries. I don't really know what you call them, like React JS, you got the Vue, Angular. These are not my friends for now, or I don't want to meet them. I'm saying that, I'm not saying that they don't serve a good purpose. It's just that me as a beginner, I want to be able to focus mainly on the very basic, where if I build something on the back end using Python, I can quickly have a display of that thing using HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. So why did I choose to learn Python? So Python is a general purpose programming language and is very beginner friendly. It will take me a lot less time to get a very good understanding of the basics, so that I can take the basic knowledge that I learn and then start to practice building simple stuff with that. So the framework that I choose to learn, at least to start with, is Flask. Why do I choose Flask, by the way? Flask is very light. It's a very light framework. It's very easy to set up. You can learn Flask in a lot less time than it would take you to learn a framework like Django. So I'm keeping it really basic and simple. That way I can focus exactly on what I want to focus on, which is learn the basic and take that basic information, capture it, and then start to practice on building things, because I don't want to spend the next 6 months only by learning the basics, but rather spend at least the first month by learning the basics and then start practicing stuff, since I will be focused mainly on learning stuff that has to do with web programming. So right now, I don't care about machine learning. I don't care about anything else like data science or stuff like that. I don't really care about those for right now. I'm not saying later I won't care about them, but as of now, I will keep a very linear approach into learning this. That way, the time that I give myself, which we will get to in a minute, the time that I give myself, at least I can have a good understanding about building web apps. So the next thing is for the database, where I will be storing data. I choose MySQL. Again, I have worked with MySQL when I built 2 WordPress sites. So I have a very good understanding of MySQL, and it's pretty simple. That's why, again, I choose the very simple things. I want to keep it simple. That way I don't get discouraged, because if something would take me 1 week to learn, as opposed to something that would take me like 2 months just to get the basics, I'd rather go with the one that takes me 1 week. Then I can focus on the next. So I give myself the next 6 months. So the next 6 months from now, I will be able to have a very good understanding into what exact steps that I must take in order to create a web app, build the models that will capture the data to store them in the database, then to be able to display that in the front end using HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. All right, so I will catch you guys in the next video.